Hi everyone, I am Hosh from CriticArt, and in this video tutorial I am going to create a responsive navbar using CSS and HTML and a little bit of jQuery. So let's first see what we are going to build and of course check it out right now. So here is my page. As you see here, it's very simple web page with the navbar here. We are interested in our navbar. As you know, we are going to build a responsive navbar in this video tutorial. So as you notice here, my navbar is fully responsive. When I get under a certain width, my navbar is shrinked and get vertically, and when I click this button, it slides down, it slides up. It's cool, it's very simple, and as you know, it's responsive. So that's what we are going to build in this video tutorial. Don't waste a lot of time, and let's jump to our folder and see what we have in here. I have an index.html which is empty right now. It's just my HTML, but the most important thing here is this meta tag here with the name, viewport, and the scale of 1. I don't want to zoom and zoom out or zoom in my page, so I'll just add this one here and add this one here, and of course link to your CSS file which is here and empty right now. And also I have a logo image here which is my brand logo, and a jQuery here. You can download it from there or the official website of jQuery. And another thing here, I'm going to use Sublime Text as a code, as a text editor. And another thing is my colors here. I'm going to use from this color palettes. It's for Materialize Google Material Design colors here. I'm going to select certain color and work with them. Just go to their website and look for your colors that you like and use them. So they are going to build this page right now. As you know and as you notice, it's responsive. That's the most important thing. Let's build it right now and start. What we have here, we have my navbar in the top. My navbar, I'm going to create a div with the class navbar, and which will contain my brand. Inside this brand there is an image which is the logo.jpg of CriticArt logo. And what else? I have actually my nav elements here, my nav tag here with the ul. Inside li there is some e and home first thing. And what else? Let's copy this line and duplicate it, pass it here, about page, and pricing page here, pricing page, and contact, and let's add another one for services. So that's our navbar. And the other thing that we are going to add is a certain sections here, so that I can scroll and scroll down, scroll up. It's very simple with some dummy checks here. Let's add the section with the class sec a or sec1, and another one with a class section 2. The same thing here, an h2 tag with some dummy checks like who is Hosh. I'm going to ask this question in this section and answer it here. And let's say he is from CriticArt. And let's add a paragraph here with some lorem ipsum with 30 words. The same thing here, lorem 30 words. Here is my home page right now, and I can see that it's done for now, but we are going to go back to this page and add some elements. For now, I'm going to jump to my CSS file and style my page. Let's select every element in my DOM and every CG element after and before that element. And let's give it the margin for 0 and the padding for 0 and the box sizing of border box, which is the most important rule in this recite element, basic recite actually. So let's select my body and my body tag and add some font family for Burial, which is installed in my system, and the font size of 16 pixel, which is the default values. So now that we are defining it explicitly, that's done for my body. Let's go to our sections and give them a height of 100 VH, the height of my screen, and the background color of this one here so that I can see them. Let's open my file in the browser and see if there is some changes in my page. And as you see here is my two sections here with this background color that I gave them. So what I need now is to center elements. So let's display flex for this section and justify content of censor and align items of censor, and of course text align of censor. There is here text align of center and align items of censor here. So that's it, and let's add some padding so to wrap my content in the middle of my section. Padding from 0 from the top and the bottom, and 20% from the left and the right. And to center this element, because I'm using CSS Flex display flex, I need to wrap these two tags here with one tag. So let's do it right now. I'll wrap it with a div, just like that. So let's fix this indent and this one here, this one here, and this one here. That's it. Let's do the same thing for this tag, for this section also, and indent tabulation. That's it. So let's see what we have here. All right, my content is perfectly centered in the middle of screen. So right now I'm going to change the color. So let's select some colors here. Let's select this one here or this one here for the background of the first section. Let's select this section with the class of section 1 and give it a background color of this one here, and let's remove this background color from section, and let's see if there is any changes here. Yes, that's it. For my first section it changed the color of the first one. And what else I need to change the style of the heading to font size. Let's increase the font size of 2M, for example. Let's try. All right, it's cool, it's good for now. And let's do the same thing for the paragraph. Actually, let's select the 2 here for the section 1, and for the section 2 the same thing as I want for both. I want also for this one to increase the font size. Now my font size is increased. I need to do the same thing for the paragraph, for each one. For the paragraph I need not 2M but 1.3M. What about this one? Actually it's too big, too large. Let's decrease it. Great, that's cool. And let's change the line height of 123M. Alright, 1.3M, it's cool for now. For this one I need some margin button with 1M or 2M, for example. Let's try. This is just trying and testing until I am satisfied with the results. Let's decrease it 1.2. Of course it's too big. What about this one? Alright, just the half. Okay, cool. So let's change the background for the second one here. I'm going to choose this dark background. For the second one I'm going to change the background for this one, which is dark. Great. Here is it for the second section with the class sec2. Let's see the changes here. Alright, now I need to change the text colors to black, to white, guys. I need to change for the 2 here. I need to change the colors to white. Let's see now. Alright, but as you see here, it's a little bit forced. I need to decrease the color using the opacity. So why not using the opacity here, or the second one here? I need to change the force of the color using the opacity of 1.8. Let's see what we have. Great. Actually it's cool now. So let's do the same thing for the paragraph and change the opacity to 6 now. Alright guys, it's cool. Great. Here is my 2 sections. I like it. Actually it's cool. Let's style our navbar now. Now that we are finishing with our 2 sections, now let's go to our navbar and style it a little bit too. So let's do the same thing here and see. So the same thing here, navbar here. Alright, just to make things organized. And let's select our class with the navbar with div class navbar. What I'm going to do is to give it a background of this one here, just so, or this one here, just that I can see my navbar. Alright, cool. My navbar is here. So what I need is navbar class brand float left. I want to float this logo in the left, and the opposite of left is right for my nav tag. Oh, cool, great. But as you see here, there is some problems with this floating. So let's fix this problem using the pseudo elements after and give it a content empty, a display block, and a clear of both. So let's see. Alright, our floating is now fixed. Let's decrease the width of my logo. Let's select it now and give it, for example, image a width of 150 pixels. Cool, great. It's now decreased now and it looks a little bit small, so that I can control it and give it some padding. One important thing is I need some padding for my navbar here. I need some padding from the left and the right. 0 from the top and the bottom, and what about 10% from left and the right? Cool, it's great now. It's cool. There is some padding from left and the right, which is 10%. So let's select now our nav elements and style him a little bit also. My navbar, my nav. Let's select it here. For this UL, I need some margin of 0, some padding of 0. That's it. Let's just fix the problem of indentation here. That's it. And for this one too, that's it. Cool. And let's select our li elements and give them a display of ln block and list style of none. Let's see what we have. Cool, here is our elements here. So what I need also is my navbar. I need a height or a min height of 70 pixels. That's it. There is my navbar now. So what I need also is I need to display this as inline block. I'm gonna do the same thing for the links, but the display inline block, yes, and also a background color of, let's just do this one here, just that I can see them, and we will remove it after. So here is my E elements here. Let's also, for the font size, add some font size here. What about 1M? Alright, let's increase it a little bit. 1.4, too big. 1.3, too big. What about 1.2, or just what about 1.1? Alright, or let's return it back to 1.2. I need also text decoration, none, to remove the underline, and also, or else I need some height of, or min height of 70 pixel, or let's just add some line height of 70 pixel, the same height as my navbar, and the text align of center, and let's give this one here a padding from 0 from the top and the bottom, and what about 10 pixels from left and the right. It's cool right now. It's cool. It's great. It looks great. That's what I need. And let's remove this background and give it to this li elements and see what we have. Cool, here is my li elements now. So until now I am satisfied with this position and this elements in my nav bar, but for the logo it's not perfectly centered vertically. That's what I am going to do right now, and add some padding from not padding but margin top of 80 pixel from top. Let's see what we have. Cool. Now let's add actually 0.5 and see what we have. And what about 19? Cool, it's cool right now. It's centered perfectly, but the background of my navbar, which I added just that I can see my actual or my navbar, I'm going to remove it now and give it just some white background. Here is it right now. And now as you see, I need also to remove the yellow background from the li elements here, and I need some background when I hover on that element on li, hovering. So the background color that I give, let's go and look for some backgrounds here and see what we have. How about this one here? It's this one. Let's see what we have. I need the same background as my section here. What about the same background as my section 1, this one here? And of course I need some transition here of 5 milliseconds. I need also to change when I hover on that element the color to what about this dark one? Cool. But the color of the text is not changing because of this one here. I need to give this color here in the first thing. Get this color here. Alright, cool. And also when I hover I need to change the color to black one. That's it for now. I am satisfied with this until now. So here is my page and my navbar. But as you can notice and see, my navbar is not fully responsive. It's not responsive. So what I need now is to make it a little bit responsive. For that I am going to add another class here, or another div element with the class responsive navbar, which will contain the same thing here, my brand, and also it will contain a button which will contain Spain treasure. That's it for now. So let's see what we have. Here is it. Right now the same thing here, but I need to style also this responsive navbar. So I am going to go to this one, give it also the same thing as here. For the brand I need also the same thing here, brand, because I need not float left, sorry guys, not float left, but what I need is for the image here. I need the same width as my brand image, the same thing here, margin top of 19 pixel and the width of 150 pixel. So let's see what we have. Okay, as I can see, responsive image. I need a bound here to select my class. Here is it now. Okay, here is my logo now. What I need is the button here. I need the button. Where is my button? My button. Let's go here and the button here and select my responsive navbar and the button and give it a display block and the width of 100 pixel or just 20 pixel, and the height 20 pixel, and the background of draw, so that I can see my button. I need to see it. Here is my button now, but I need this button in this area, in the right area. So that's what I'm going to do, and select this button as my nav. I need to be float in the right, and also for my brand I need the float to left. And also to fix the same problems as this navbar, not the button here, but after, as the same thing as navbar, as a responsive navbar. Until now this is the same thing, but I need for the responsive navbar I need something here. I need for the responsive navbar I need a background color of the yellow one, so that I can see my responsive navbar. So here is my responsive navbar. There is some problems in my navbar, so what I need is to fix that problem. Where is my navbar? So as you can see here, there is some problems here, so that I can't float my button. Can't float my button to the right side. So what I need is to give for this button an ID of menu button. And here I am floating my brand. I'm floating it to the left. What I need now is to float this button to the right. And of course I give to this button this classes, this rules is here. So let's grab this button from there and put it, and I need to put it in this area here. So here I need to put my button. I can see it now. My button is display a block, and with this of, let's add some width of 80 pixels and some height of, here is it now. So instead of selection button, I'm going to select a menu button, this ID, which is the same thing here. And what I need, as now I give to this brand float left, now I need to give the same thing as my button, float right. To float the button to the right, I'm going to select the ID of the button, which is menu button, and also the navbar nav. And now here is my button in the right. So what I need now is to fix this problem of my nav here. The problems comes from, so let's see where the problem comes from. Or not. Yes, I need a command here. That's the problem. So let's close this one and refresh our page. Here is it now. Our problem is fixed correctly. So what I need now is to style this button. That's what I'm going to do now. That's what I'm going to do now, yes. So let's give it a width of 40 pixel and the height of 30 pixel. Alright. And also the same margin as my image. I need the same margin as my image. What is my image here? So the same margin top, which is the margin top of 19 pixel. Great. So my image and my button are in the same margin from the top here. So what I'm going to do is to style my button and remove some unneeded properties like outline. I don't need it, so none. Like border, I need a border of 1 pixel. Let's just, or none. I don't need it at all. Alright. And the background color of white. So here is my button now. And what I need also is to give it a position of relative. Why? Because I need to give to this spans a position of absolute to make them one on top of the other one with some margin. Yes. And let's select this spans and let's give him a wide, of course, a wide of, let's give him first a display block to make them block the same comportment and behavior like block elements, and the wide of 100%, and the background of, I need some colors. Let's just select some colors here. What about this dark one? Let's just select this one. On the board, a background, yes. And the height, I need a height of 3 pixels, for example. Let's see what we have. Alright, here is my spans. So because I give to this a position of relative, I need to give this one a position of absolute. And after giving this a position of absolute, I'm going to select H1 alone. I'm going to select in child the first one. I'm going to give it a top of 0 and the left of 0, and for the third one I'm going to give it a bottom of 0 and to make it in the bottom and left of 0. Let's see what we have. Here is my spans now. And for the second one, I need to give it a top of 50%, and to make it perfectly or vertically centered perfectly, I need a transform property and translate y minus 50%. That's it. Now it's perfectly centered. So what I'm going to do is to increase a little bit this height to give it 4. That's it. Cool. Now that's it for now. I like it. Actually, I like it. It's a button. What I need when I hover on this button to give it a cursor of pointer. Nice. Cool. So let's just remove this background for my responsive one. Where is my responsive? Here is my responsive. And also for the button, remove this background. Cool. And not just I'm going to leave it because I need to override the default background for the button. Now it's white. So as you can see here is my button, but I need to display this one just on the mobile version. So that's what I'm going to do. And select, go here for cars, go here and select this navbar, this responsive navbar, and give it a display none. I don't want to display it for now, so just hide it for now. When I want it, I am going to make it display. Now I don't need it. For now, I just need to see in which point I'm going to display the responsive navbar. For that, I'm going to inspect my element and go to this mobile as you see here and select responsive here. And let's see which point I'm going to display my navbar. That's the bound that I need to display my actual navbar. Let's go to the bottom of my files here. For now, I'm going to create my media queries here. Media query and media query, not query, screen, and a max width of what we said. We need to hide it in this area here. This area, let's just select this one here. 680 pixel. I need to select my navbar and display of none and hide it. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see. That's it. When I reach my bound, it hide my navbar. What I need to display my responsive navbar. My responsive navbar. Display as block. Great. So as you see here, the display my real navbar and it hides my real navbar and display the responsive one. So what I'm going to do is to handle my click events on this button. For that reason, I am going to go to the bottom of my HTML file and import my jQuery here. After I import it, I'm going to open a script tag base code here. Select, let's wait for our document to be ready, and when it's ready, just alert me. Cool. So jQuery works fine on my file. What I need to do is to listen on the click events on my ID on my button, which is on my button that for its ID is menu button. I'm going to listen to the click events. So and after that, what I'm going to do is just I am going to select my navbar and at the class navbar. I'm going to do is slide a function comes with jQuery library, and they give it a time in here of 250 millisecond. So what I'm going to do is when I click, it slides my navbar. But I need also on my media query, I need to hide my brand displayed none, and also to give for my nav elements I want to clear the float none, and also for this brand float, not flex direction, float none. So what I'm going to do is to refresh my page. That's it. Alright, but I want my navbar to be vertically, so that comes when I select this one, come here and select GUL and LI elements and display him like a block. And also let's see FGR in blocks elements. Yes, that's cool. And text align of center and the wide 100%. Alright, it is my navbar now. So what I'm going to do also is to change the line height of what about 60 pixels, or maybe let's inspect element and choose the right one. Okay, it doesn't work here, so let's select the A elements here. The line height here works fine, so let's give it 55 pixels here. For the A, let's select this class here, or let's come and write it with our hands. Here is my A line height of 55 pixels. Let's remove this one, and also let's give this A a display as a block. and the wide also of 100%. So that's my perceive for this element here. And also I need for this nav just to give it a padding of 0 and also a margin of 0. Cool. So it's take the full width, and also there is no padding and there is no margin. What I need is to change the background. Let's also change the background of my navbar here, the background color of this one here. Let's see if it works fine or not. Alright, cool. Actually it's cool, but I need to change the colors of my A here and give a color of white. That's it. So as you see here, it's responsive fine. It's like for the Bootstrap. As you know, Bootstrap is a framework, is a CSS framework which is cool. It comes with a navbar, a responsive navbar out of the box. It's the same thing as we build here, but we are build it with our hands and we know how it works. So the same thing here, just if you like this one here, you can make the same thing as also, or to fix some problems I need to make the control of this thing here. I need to make the main wide of this one. So this, when I get to the pound higher to this pound, high to this pound, I need to display my real navbar display block. And what I want is to hide my responsive navbar, because I am responsive, I am on the height bigger than 680 pixel. Navbar display none. That's it, just to fix some problems. So that's cool. Bigger, it hides, shrink, a responsive navbar, bigger, cool. That's cool. That's what we want. And here is our navbar. Alright guys, I guess we have finished our project for now. Our navbar, our responsive navbar. We learned so much things, and we actually built this cool page here with the cool colors. It's very coherent, responsive, and you can use it in your website, in your project. There's no problem with that. I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the tutorial. I hope you liked it, right? I apologize and sorry guys for my mistakes and for it, because I don't prepare for this video a lot, and of course just because I want to share with you these tricks and stuffs. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you subscribe to my channel and like the video. That supports me a lot, and I hope to see you again and again in the next video tutorial.